Do you have any idea how old this is?
Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 3 will mark the final episodes of Netflix's hit martial arts drama, The Show, which brings back legendary characters from the Karate Kid film series. With the last part of Season 6 set to drop in February this year, there are still some issues that need to be resolved. The dynamics between Tori and Sam, Johnny and Kreese, and Robbie and Miguel are just a few examples of storylines Cobra Kai has to tackle before it ends this year. Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 3 will have to conclude the story, wrapping up all the plot points and character arcs. The previous part featured an explosive storyline as competition became fierce between various dojos. Season 6 Part 2 ended with a surprising twist as Quan died during a brawl at the Sekai Taikai tournament in Barcelona. That being said, the creators now have these prominent plot points to address in Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 3 to give the perfect ending to the show. Number 1, the impact of Quan's death. Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 3 has to focus on what happens after Quan's death and how it affects the show's characters and the martial arts community in general. People are going to be questioning whether karate is still safe, and there's a risk that dojos will close because of it. The future of the Sekai Taika tournament will also become uncertain now. Number 2, the John Kreese vs Terry Silver arc. The show will also need to resolve the rivalry between John Kreese and Terry Silver, the former friends who turned enemies. After years of loyalty, Silver betrayed Kreese and framed him for the attack on Stingray. While Kreese wanted to take revenge on Silver, the two got into a physical fight at the end of Cobra Kai Season 6, Part 2. However, Johnny had to intervene and save Kreese, who almost got killed by Terry. The two were left with unresolved business. The upcoming episodes will have to show whether they continue to hate each other or if they are able to mend their relationship. Either way, their story deserves a satisfying conclusion. Furthermore, for things to end peacefully, Kreese and Johnny's misunderstanding must be resolved. Number 3, who is Master Serrano and his connection to Mr. Miyagi?
There's one man who might know something about this. Master Serrano.
Who's that?
Serrano, legendary champion.
Master Serrano was teased as a well-known martial arts champion who had previously competed in tournaments and might know more about Mr. Miyagi. Season 6, Episode 7, Dog in the Fight, sees Daniel put himself in danger. After getting a mysterious note from Master Serrano, he leaves his charges to investigate further. While the whole ordeal seems to just be a distraction organized by Terry Silver, there could still be something more to the story. While re-watching the episode, I realized that Silver worked to give Daniel the wrong address, which means that Mr. Serrano will play a significant role in Part 3. It will definitely be one of the topics that needs to be addressed in more detail to help solve the ongoing mystery. While Daniel managed to escape, the whole ordeal caused tension with just about everyone in Daniel's life, including his wife Amanda and even Johnny. A definitive explanation as to how Serrano and Mr. Miyagi interacted in the past could be offered via flashback for ultimate exposition. Number 4, the romantic relationships between characters. Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 3 needs to fix the romantic tensions between various characters. For example, Robbie will have to regain Tori's trust after cheating on her with Zara in Part 2. On the other hand, Chosen Taguchi and Kim Da-eun's secret fling could become public, forcing them to decide if they want to pursue a real romance. Actually, it would make sense for the show to reintroduce Kumiko in order to delve deeper into what happened in Japan. When Chosen arrived in Okinawa to visit Kumiko, he found a man at her residence. It irritated Chosen because he did not even get to see her and assumed she had moved on with someone else. However, because the show did not explicitly reveal what happened, it would be preferable if they could complete that story as well. Truly though, it would not be a bad thing if Chosen and Kim decided to continue their romance on an official basis. In fact, it would help to foster understanding among various characters such as Daniel, Johnny, and Kreese. Furthermore, Samantha, who is in love with Miguel, will need to address Axel's feelings for her while ending another rivalry between the boys. Sam and Miguel are already preparing for university and hence will have to make a call about their future together. On the other hand, we have Dimitri and Yasmin. Part 1 of Season 6 showed the two getting along well. Yasmin came looking for Dimitri while the 12 students were training at night. He promised her that he will win the tournament. However, in Part 2, the two apparently break up as a result of Hawk inadvertently revealing to Moon and Yasmin that Dimitri is dancing with another girl. So what next now? Will Dimitri make things right, or will they end up like that? Number 5, the Iron Dragon Sensei Wolf storyline. The final part of Cobra Kai will also need to address Sensei Wolf's abusive behavior. As the leader of the Iron Dragons, he has been shown as being harsh and abusive to his students and only being concerned about winning the tournament. Even if his team dominates the Sekai Taikai, his cruel teaching methods could result in trouble for his students. Sensei Wolf would have to face consequences for his behavior in the next episodes. Taking Wolf down will protect his students and show that karate is about respect and growth, not fear or abuse. But there's another angle as well. Terry Silver's colleagues always have to deal with the fallout from working with him. Assuming that Terry and Sensei Wolf's relationship is damaged in some way, for example, if Wolf's team does not meet Terry's expectations, Terry blames him, or perhaps Terry's team loses and both Terry and Sensei Wolf engage in physical combat with their opponents, resulting in serious injuries. Sensei Wolf himself would then be subject to the repercussions of his alliance with Terry Silver. However, Wolf's story could conclude either positively or negatively. By the end of the series, he might even get to the point where he can no longer tolerate Terry's sinister trajectory and find redemption of his own. In fact, the actor Louis Tan, who portrays Sensei Wolf, hinted earlier that the next installment would feature a softer Wolf. Personally though, I do not believe that every villain should be given a chance at redemption. Since we must ultimately understand the show's purpose, it is inevitable that some people will be saved while others will continue down their dark path and perish. Therefore, perhaps the show must remain realistic, don't you think? Number 6. The mystery around Mr. Miyagi. Cobra Kai Season 6 left a lot of questions unanswered when it unearthed Mr. Miyagi's box of secrets. Adding to all this was the surprise reveal that Miyagi was a participant in the Sekai Taikai tournament at an unspecified point. What this has to do with the crime he allegedly committed, if anything, isn't immediately clear. Why Cobra Kai suddenly starting raising mysteries about a highly revered figure in the Karate Kid franchise isn't altogether obvious either, but there's clearly a purpose to all this. There are some suspicions that a Mr. Miyagi spin-off is in the cards, but my theory is that it relates more to the threat currently facing Cobra Kai's characters. Daniel already knows that Miyagi killed someone during the Sekai Taikai, but maybe Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 3 will reveal more about his years in America, his time in Japan, or his involvement in World War II. Cobra Kai has yet to offer an overt connection between Mr. Miyagi and Kim Sun-young, but I'll be surprised if that has nothing to do with the discoveries Daniel found in his mentor's box. As Kreese's mentor and the true founder of the Cobra Kai style, Kim Sun-young is essentially the antithesis to Mr. Miyagi. The two would be natural enemies if they met. There's no evidence that they have, of course, but it's not implausible, especially since Kim Sun-young did know Sato, Mr. Miyagi's martial arts rival and childhood friend. Chosen confirmed that Sato had some sort of history with Kim in Cobra Kai Season 5. Whatever it was could also involve Miyagi in some way. That being the case would make a great deal of sense and go a long way towards streamlining Season 6's story. It would give the new accusations against Mr. Miyagi and his role in the Sekai Taikai a proper place in the narrative, in that it would tie in directly with Cobra Kai's final villains. Plus, it would mean that Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do have been tied together since before first Karate Kid movie. Alright folks, that is it for now. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on all notifications for this channel. Do you have any thoughts or theories on Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 3? Well, drop a comment below and I will see you in the next one.